What's up, viewers? Thanks for being patient with us. I decided that my computer should take a bath before we got started. We are starting just a few minutes late here today, but hopefully we'll have a good show for you guys. I'm going to pass it off to the main man in the booth, Nathaniel.
All right, so we're going to see who ends up starting today.
It's not going to be me.
Yeah, it's not going to be you. It's going to be Faith.
Yippee.
God bless America.
So I know with our group, the recently renamed X Dungeon group, which I can't actually remember the real name.
Prison group and then
Whatever.
group.
There we go. Following the death of Sylvia's mom, we're all still at Sylvia's house. She is extremely depressed, which fair enough. And the main thing I remember is that we followed Sylvia's dad. He knocked down a wall with a hammer. We found a secret room that was her some ancestor. I was going to try to throw in grades, but there we go. I was thinking it was longer than that. Anyway, his grand secret room and had documents and papers and books and all sorts of goodies for nosy people who consists of us. And I can't remember what happened with the other group. They're not dead. That covers my knowledge.
Does the word raccoon give you any memory?
They are lost in a forest, and they can't go anywhere in the forest because it is a fairy forest or something similar that if you wander around in it without direction, without people from the specific city, you're going to get lost. So they bribed a raccoon, and they're now just basically chilling in the forest, hoping for someone to find them. And the bad guys cannot get into the forest. The wraiths. There we go. I'm so proud of myself.
That's not bad. The only additional thing I would add is that they did escape from the bad guys. Their ally from the Griffin Riders, Allison, proceeded to assist them and get them to safety. Well, line with the safety before eventually reconvening in the forest, and that is our Group B. We're going to start with Group A today, which is the Dungeon/Funeral group, and you're still within the study.
I have a question about the key.
Yeah.
If I can it return me to where I was afterwards? If it takes me?
For the sake of later on, I would imagine you would test this out in some capacity. Basically, you can insert the key into a door that has a lock. When you use it and open the door, it goes into that room.
Yep.
However, should you take the key out of the lock, then it closes the portal, sort of thing.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you can't insert it in, go in, and take it out without losing an arm. So I would not recommend doing that.
Good to know. I have a question.
Yeah, but why would I close the portal anyways?
I mean, you can't, it's magic and so forth.
Yeah.
How likely, if I go poking...
But if I should also mention here, you pull the key out, the key's still on the other side.
Yeah, that's a problem. Okay.
Yes, that's if I go poking about in this room and open books or touch objects, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely am I to explode or go blind or some kind of damage?
I'll have you roll a perception check, and we'll give you an answer on that.
Les is also curious. Can I help?
Yes.
I'm not planning on spiking anything at the floor or putting it in my pockets, hint, hint. But I would like to.
Okay, fair.
18 in total. So, from what it looks like, everything that was dangerous probably isn't that dangerous anymore. Any of the ongoing experiments and things, they've been here for hundreds of years.
Okay.
Most of them are inert, broken. if there was an explosion, it already happened, sort of thing.
Okay.
As long as you're not touching the big red button, sort of, so to speak, that looks evidently dangerous, it doesn't seem like you will stumble upon it.
Why would you tell anyone in this group not to push the big red button? Like,
Because bad things have happened before, so hopefully you learn.
Sylvia is gonna murder somebody if you cause this place to explode.
okay. I would like to go not only look at the spines of the books, but like open if there's any interesting ones or any shiny ones or
I would
particularly
also
old
like
ones.
to look at the
Open
books.
them and scan through.
Okay. There are many books. I will read off their names for you in a second. Okay. One is called The Persistent Heart. The second one is The Great Wood Forest, an examination on botany and geography. The
Heart
next
or
one
heart?
is Heart, as in the body part, heart.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Third book, Loathsome Animals of the Tomb, a hypothesis most remarkable. Valdara's Influence,
I want that one.
Survey of the Children of the Swamps,
What?
Primary Contradictions of Divinity.
I want that one too.
I would like to look at the hypothesis and the heart one, please.
Okay, so the Loathsome Animals of the Tomb, a hypothesis most remarkable. When you flip through it, it's quite hefty. It is basically looks almost brand new. Like it seems age has done very little to this book. And is written in Dwarvish.
Yippee.
I don't know
That's
if you have
super helpful.
that
I
language.
do not speak
I
Dwarvish.
can read Dwarvish.
Okay. So
Can't remember the languages I do read. I just know that's not one of them.
yeah, Sylvia can look it over while you're flipping through it and be like, I don't know what any of this means. It
Cool.
seems to be a contemporary bestiary that gives tactics and advice about fighting creatures you would kind of find in old tombs and things with like spiders, like very beast creature type, basically. Nothing otherworldly.
Does this interest you?
No, I was hoping that because technically wraiths are usually like tomb underground cemetery things.
Yeah.
That would, but no, I don't think they qualify as beasts.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is a lot of like underground animals. Like there's moles in it and how to fight moles. That
No,
sort of thing.
thank you.
What's the next book?
The heart one. I want to look at the heart.
It is a fiction book
Oh, gimme.
that is pretty torn, badly damaged. Age hasn't hit this one hard. There's pages missing. There is Infernal written in the margins. But the story, from what it seems like, is about some sort of ball and some people that were in it.
BALL.
Yeah,
That's like a
dance, a
big.
gala.
Okay.
Oh, I imagined a big ball,
Of
like an
course.
iron, people were in it.
Loot versus loot.
There's a reason I've started clarifying.
I don't
What about
remember what the other one.
What about the book about Valdara?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. It is a book written by your grandfather.
Okay, I want
as
that one for sure.
It is also pretty damaged. Some pages are missing. It's written in common. It's leather bound and it has like little gemstones in it on the cover. The basically it's written by him, and he writes out basically some like a dummy's guide to Valdara and her general influence and things.
Okay. I am taking that one with me. There was another one
Okay.
I said I was interested in. I can't
The
remember which one.
divinity. The divinity one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This one is probably the most damaged out of all of them, as it's torn, stained, charred, barely readable. It's written in a different, like, not say foreign language, but a variation of common that's not really from here.
So like a dialect of common.
Yeah, and it seems to be talking about a religion that you're not familiar with, but
Hmm.
I
it's completely damaged and destroyed.
have a question.
Yes.
Does like a DM question. Does the damage of the books correspond to how important they are or how
This
useful they might?
is a some books are meant to be kept for a long time. Others weren't prepped for the aging process in this way.
Well, whoever
And
doesn't.
it would seem that I'll tack this along to your 18 that some of these were frequently used and likely probably already had this damage prior to being trapped, like entombed,
Okay,
basically
gotcha,
here.
Okay.
gotcha.
Are there any other books?
The Survey of the Children of the Swamp, the Greatwood Forest, an examination of
Oh,
botany and geography, and I think that's it. It's the other two you didn't look
I
at.
feel like we should probably look at the forest one.
I
Just
was
we
thinking
seem to
also
find ourselves.
We're
Gorfrak might
in the
also.
Great Woods.
Well, right.
I was
Gorfrak
gonna say
also might be interested in that book, even if it's not directly beneficial to us.
we seem to
I do
encounter a lot
believe
of forests.
this is the
Do any of
longest.
these do any of these books have pictures?
The book I'm about to talk about does. The
Cool.
tomb one does.
Okay.
Out of the ones that you looked at, yeah.
Okay.
Um, so the Greatwood Forest one is like basically a guidebook. And talks a lot about like the landforms of it, different
Okay.
locations in the forest. It definitely talks about how it's nearly impossible to navigate without someone who's actively explored it and knows how it
Okay.
works.
I will
Um,
also grab that one and the weird
it
religion book.
Yeah, it is a mixture of common and some sort of other language I do believe neither one of you are familiar with.
Which is
It is not one provided in D&D Beyond.
okay, but if I use
Okay.
comprehend languages, would I be able to read it?
You should be able to.
Okay.
They're like
Then
little hieroglyphics, picto-like drawings and things.
okay. Gotcha.
Um, what the hell? Let's look at the last book just for funsies.
Okay, the Survey of the Children of the Swamp.
Yeah.
It is also a bestiary of sorts and gives advice and tactics on these gnome-like creatures that live in swamps.
Amazing.
It
I
is
don't like that.
510 pages long, and it is comprehensive, but it is also badly damaged. There are certain pages missing. You get the impression that there are variants that it would seem like whoever used this book like took specific pages out, as in like there's a variant. It had like 2 pages of it. They took that specific pages out from the book, so there's a lot of that throughout.
I am normally I just disregard the book, but I have developed a specific level of distrust for you, and the fact that you added detail concerns me.
Welcome to the club.
I'm
You never know.
gonna take it.
Okay, so for comprehensive look here, what books did everyone take? And make
I
sure it's
took
added to your inventory.
yeah, about Valdar written by Melendrock,
Okay.
the weird divinity religion book,
Okay.
and the Great Forest.
I am just taking the fiction book and this one.
Are you gonna ask before you take those?
May I take them, pretty please? Cherry on top.
Yes, because
Sprinkles.
I trust you.
Okay.
I
So
want the book. Don't judge me.
the only
I
book
don't
that
care.
would
I'm
remain
not judging you. What?
is the Annals of the Tomb. Correct?
We've looked at that one, yes?
Yes, you did.
That's only for beast creatures and tombs.
Yeah.
Before I
Are
say I'm not going to take it,
Okay.
is there, I know that we skimmed through it, but like, is there any large general pieces of knowledge that we can take from the book without taking the book itself? Like chapter titles or
we can
beware of
always
this
come
specific
back.
sake
creature?
I
of
have a literal portal.
True.
Yeah, you can come back here anytime. However, this is a situation of if you open it, you're kind of committed to being there for a little bit.
We're going to leave it for now.
Okay. I just want to make sure I have what is there and what is not anymore.
Are there any materials that would help restore my tome, my spell book?
Why don't you roll investigation?
Also, last time I asked about diaries and you said, we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
Is this
Also, I am not allowing you to just leaf through a diary that belonged to my grandfather.
I just want to see if it's like there.
Okay.
So for let me grab my just closed out of it.
I would also like to add that mentally, I have a distinction between like a diary that's a personal thing that you write in and a journal that's like a work
Okay, fair
journal.
enough.
I was
Fair
more
enough.
leaning towards work journal. I did not explain that.
So
I'm sorry.
in a general context, it would seem that if there was a journal or a diary, it's completely just like dust and like you like find a few things and it just falls apart when you touch it. And that's for a lot of the books. You pull it out and it just immediately like crumbles. The ones that you did pull out were actually breathable. The rest of the stuff is quality's pretty bad. For your investigation, it it would seem like there is materials here, but not usable. If that's like there is definitely the tools and ability to do it here,
Mhm.
and you have an idea of what you need
Okay.
with the materials that are here, but not present to use.
Okay. So what materials would I need? Like where would I go to find them basically in a usable form?
Yeah. Okay, are you ready?
Oh God.
Let me pull up. Unless
got you.
Madison can write this down.
I've got you. I got all the books. I can
Okay.
get this.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
should be noted that while they're looking through books, Let has become bored, is flaying halfway off of a piece of furniture and going, "Are we almost done?"
And I'd like to add Kaya is kind of treating this like a funeral every time a book just collapses into dust in her hands.
Yeah. So you have something that is a you need a single four-leaf clover.
Oh boy. Wait, didn't we encounter one of those in Titania?
Yes.
That was like $1 million
Yeah, it
billion
was so
dollars.
expensive.
Mm-hmm. You need 6 starlight gems or 1 vial of Rias blood.
Of what? Of Varios blood?
Yeah.
Concerning.
Um, you need a for how many times? Because this is more like a tiered upgrade, not a individual piece here. You'll need a stack of enchanted parchment. So,
Like what I
like,
use for spells?
no. So this is like the next tier up, basically. So you got like normal
Okay.
spells, you get nice parchment. Yeah, this is like magic paper.
Gotcha.
But you need a unit of it. Whatever that
Gotcha.
unit is just a unit. Yeah, 1 unit worth. What that unit is up to your imagination, but it's a unit. Okay.
I can't hear you.
I'm mumbling to myself
Oh,
as I
okay.
have the list of
Okay.
ingredients, but I want to make sure I'm reading off the right ones to you.
Gotcha.
So you need a heart of a drake, but it is not a like physical heart. It's like a stone, a crystal thing.
Oh, so a drake is a stone.
The heart of a drake, as in the whole word is a stone of sorts.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like I said, quartz crystal. That's a rock.
Gotcha. Yeah. I understand.
Full name.
Okay.
Yeah. And you need. I forgot to write down the animal, the creature. This is supposed to be. I wrote down the strands, but then didn't write the creature type. Give me 1 second. Please discuss while you're waiting.
It occurred to me last week after we stopped that I should see if there's any information on how to upgrade the spell book, and I'm glad I remembered.
It sounds like Gorfrak and Sylvia get to go together on their fetch quest for their items, for their
Apparently.
various
But-
items.
I think you both need Varios blood.
You do. There are certain
Is
items
it-
that are the same across the board.
Is it bad?
I hope
to
Koo isn't afraid of
request it
needles.
from Koo.
I would like to say that I was really afraid that a Drake's heart was like, I don't know if fellow nerds know this. Drake is usually a male dragon. And I was like, do we have to kill a dragon and rip out its heart? Please don't.
I
make
mean,
us
we've
do that.
already basically fought a dragon because Dardaria was a dragon.
Well, we have
Okay.
a baby dragon, and now I'm concerned.
Fair enough.
So you need 10 units of Pegasus hair.
Okay, no clue where to get that.
Maybe look in the Great Wood Forest book to see if there's any Pegasi
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
They seem like a forest or a mountain creature, I would guess.
I think they would. I would lean more towards mountains because they have wings, and it's kind of hard to fly in a forest when you're the size of a horse.
And then this is the final piece that you'll need. And you need 3 jars of I was going to say fairy dust is probably the best terminology there. Magic dust that comes from the Fae.
Oh,
Whether it be
good.
Fairy dust.
fairies.
That's gonna be expensive.
I mean, the first thing you rattled off was 10,000 platinum, so.
I know. How are we ever supposed to obtain that unless we just happen upon it somewhere?
I miss
My
the units
first
on the dust.
I steal it.
3 jars.
Thank you.
So when you have all those ingredients, you can bring it up to the next tier in a way.
Okay. And how many times can it be upgraded?
I don't know.
Maybe you can just like start digging through fields for a 4-leaf clover. I don't know.
You
Okay,
guys have
does
free
it have
time.
to?
That's always a route to go down and take a look around for things.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that some of this is like? Okay, I get that this is all very expensive, magical woo-woo shit, but sorry, but is it kind of? Is it things that I don't know how to put it? If we go to the right place, is there a chance that we'll find it without having to cut off our arms and legs and offer them as payment instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Is there a chance
so
that any of?
so the way that it up to this point in the campaign has been very things are going on, things are tense, you got to prevent bad things from happening.
Mhm.
Now, it may surprise you, but
Oh,
that doesn't happen all the time. And I do not initiate random bad things happening consistently.
No, it's just our own stupid decisions.
Yes. So if you're making relatively good decisions, there may be times where you have a lot of free time. When that time frame occurs, maybe looking into those ingredients is a possibility, as they are around and pretty rare, but also not impossible. It's not like you have to go kill 5 dragons to checkmark the quest log and
Okay.
return in for your reward.
Small follow-up question. Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of a two-parter. One, because the book was originally created by her grandfather,
Mhm.
are there? I assume it would be a safe bet to say that some of the ingredients he used to create the book that we need to level up the book
Mhm.
are things that he used as well.
Yes. I would say that from with the book's assistance and just from the tools that are there, you can definitely find like bits and pieces of what was there. Like you definitely find jars of pixie dust that has a label on it, but they're empty. Um, or they're just gone entirely, as in like they don't glow anymore. It's just like sand. It's a lot of just like expired stuff.
Is
Uh,
there any chance that there are clues or notes or anything written about where he got the ingredients, or like if he
it's sad
found
to
them
say,
somewhere?
but it's definitely a thousand years too late. As in,
Yeah.
there's definitely, from what looks like, he had like fantasy sticky notes around, and they don't. Like you can barely read what it is. You touch it, it falls apart. Like it's that kind of environment.
Gotcha.
Well,
Is there
is there
anything
anything else to see here at this
That's what.
point?
That's it. We're just kind of wrapping up from last time, so
Okay.
that's just something else that you wanted to look at.
I mean,
Or
I'd already
distribute
looked at
expand
the
your magic items if
desk.
you actually wrote those down and added them to your inventory.
is that a hint?
Yeah, there were some rings I need to add to my inventory.
Let me know if you need the list. I have it.
I'll just look back at your notes.
Or that.
So we've looked at literally everything there is to look at in the room,
I
correct?
believe
Yeah.
so.
I think so. I think we've beat a dead horse. Let's get the heck out of here.
Said with all the love and respect in the world, you haven't grabbed anything and put it in your pocket before we leave this room, correct? Your pockets are empty, other than what you walked in with, Len.
I think so. I don't think I grabbed anything.
I think
Like a little like jiggle their hands around in their pockets, pull out some candy wrappers, and like look at their hands and see that there's like a couple of cracked bird bones, and go, "Oh man, these are half as valuable now." I don't have anything except half the money I came in here with.
All right, very good. We're good.
And I might speak Dwarvish, but I sure as heck can't read it, so this is boring except for this
Wait, you
picture book
speak
here.
Dwarvish?
Let speaks Dwarvish, Celestial, and Common, but you never asked.
We apologize for not asking.
You
Let
just
struggles it up with
assumed.
common. So
Fair enough, girl. Fair enough, girl. But Let speaks Common, Dwarvish, and Celestial, which were 3 languages that came out, but I couldn't get a word in edgewise, so I just let it go because I also don't think Let can read actually. So
So I think that we should probably leave the room before you to make sure that we don't get locked in here by accident.
the key isn't in it right now, but go ahead.
Nope, it's on the desk. And assuming you
I'm
took.
Who's
taking
leaving?
the key.
I guess all of us, because
Yeah.
there's not much else to do here.
Did Allison
if I get
tell
stuck in
us-
here,
Allison told us where the other group was, right?
I think she mentioned offhand that they are in the forest, but she doesn't know exactly where they're at.
Okay, well, then we need to go find my father and ask where they are, like where he sent them.
Yeah.
Or call them on your phone.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That makes more sense.
wait a minute. Idea.
Oh God.
Rocks are also stones. Stones sound like phones. So are they stones?
Yes, they are rounded.
Yes.
That
stones.
bombed so bad, and I
Boo.
hate all of you. That was a good joke, and everyone sucks.
Rose, it's because the item's actually called Ascending Stone.
Damn
I
it!
laughed. And
Yeah.
I'm not making another joke. You guys have fun playing. I'm checking out. It's a
I laughed
stupid day.
internally.
Thank you for your pity laugh.
You're welcome.
Anyways,
What
we
do
out of
you-
here or what?
Do you want to contact them on the sending stone or what?
Me?
Yeah, you're the one
Yes,
with the sending
dear.
stone. Unless you want me to do it.
Oh. What do you want me to tell them?
Where are
Ask
you?
them where they are and that we are coming to meet them.
Okay, then I'll say this is not the official message. Letty's gonna like try to count on their
Actually,
fingers and say this out loud.
Maybe I should do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna wholeheartedly agree with that.
Okay. I will say, spoke with Allison. Where in Forest are you? Coming to meet you.
So for Group B, this is actually where you guys are at right now in the story. So you guys are relatively in the same spot.
Same timeline.
Yeah.
Yay!
So you can respond and not break too much.
Did I have it or did
I'm
Gordon?
gonna say Ku has the sending stone still.
Trees. I just handed it out to Gorfrak for the rest of the message.
I don't think I can respond. I
Is
think
it in the head or is it like a walkie-talkie? I always imagine
It's
them
in
like
the head.
Oh fuck.
Well, you can tell Gorfrak what the message was, right?
She gets
if
only this immediate response. So far I have
Oh
trees.
no.
If only if I, Madison, was fully listening to it.
You look very confused.
Okay,
I know.
Madison.
I was thinking
What
about
would they
who
have
had
asked
it.
you?
I was thinking about who had it and I wasn't listening, okay? Trees.
I knew this was about to happen. I almost made a comment of, "Oh my god, the let Ku communication matrix is horrible."
I
God.
think I can always cast sending if Ku can't respond sufficiently.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Trees.
I guess
With others?
we could make
Okay.
this to make sure they're safe.
Northeast forest?
Northeast? You're not northeast of.
Yo, no
Wolford?
comments. She has to figure this
I
out.
know. I'm just
Let
like,
her go through
what
it.
in the world?
Crew's like talking aloud and looking at Gorfrak in a little bit of panic.
And Gorfak is just like, "Can I roll insight to see if I can tell?"
She has to answer this on
Okay.
her own. She can't get help. And if you ask or do it something, it's gonna be done. This is on you.
Purely pitiful.
Searching in forest? Safe. But in forest. Looking for city. Can't find city. A lot of trees. I don't know how many words I have left.
Yeah,
How many
a
charges
little
are
bit
in the
more.
stone?
Only one, so they would
Oh my
respond and then
gosh.
that's it.
I think I hit my word limit.
Yep.
So that's
Not
fine.
the worst. Not the worst. You conveyed that we're
I
safe in
gave
the forest.
our direction. We're in the northeast of the forest. I told them what we're doing and that we're safe.
That's, I guess, the main thing.
Honestly, can you really? What do you want me to say? Turn left at the giant oak tree.
Maybe
Find
name
the
the forest
swindling
you're in.
raccoon.
Oh.
Find the raccoon named Francis. That's what you should have
Find the
said.
raccoon. Pay him. He
Okay,
will take you
well,
to us.
upon receiving that message, I'm just gonna go, ugh, why does Ku have the stone?
It's a
Gonna send a
long
message.
story,
Didn't
Sylvia.
Allison say that we were in the forest, the Great Woods?
Nathaniel said that she didn't specify.
She just said that she helped you guys out and that I don't think she mentioned too much where you're exactly at. I could be wrong.
I think Ku knows the name of the forest they're in. So
Okay, well,
Are the
I'm gonna
Griffin
send a message
Riders
to
not still at
Gorfrak.
Sylvia's family's house? Could she not go ask Allison?
Is Allison
Oh,
leaving?
she left.
Oh,
Is my father here. Can I just go ask him? Like, oh my gosh.
You could.
I am going to be quietly laughing as I follow her to her dad's office because this whole thing is just like listening to what Let sent and what Let got back is just highly entertaining for me.
No, I'm the one who sent the message.
Oh, true, but still, at least
Yeah.
listening to what you got back.
I'm not allowed to represent the group.
You could be our mascot.
You're gonna go back to your father and
Yes.
ask.
Yes.
I can't be the mascot. That's
He's
Lionrith.
back in his office. He's doing his work. He looks up and asks, "Well, was that helpful at all?"
Yes, it was very helpful. I had no idea that existed.
That was the point.
Clearly, since you
This
needed
guy's
Colonel's
just-
hammer to break down the
Yeah,
wall.
he's just calm now that he had his freaking like meltdown and busted the
not
wall down in a
now.
manic episode.
Not now.
Okay, everyone needs to have an outlet for their anger and their emotions.
Hard retweet.
So, Allison spoke with us and said that she helped the other members of the group and with Leinrith, and she said we should meet up with them. However, she failed to mention where they were, and I believe you sent them somewhere.
I gave them a recommendation. I don't know if they took it. I specifically wanted to keep my distance from their goings on to reduce implication of assisting criminals.
Understandable, but I'm assuming you sent them somewhere they would be safe.
I recommended that they go to Phelan Thalor. I don't know if they went that route.
All right, well, I'll message Gorfrak. If they are there, is there anything I need to know about getting there?
If you head there, you'll need to get permission to enter into the forest to the city.
From whom?
The elves that live in Phelan Thalor. It is a magical forest, and it prevents trespassers from making it through it to destinations inside it without a proper guide.
So I can go to the city first and then into the forest?
No, you can't get to the city by normal means. You would likely need to go to Yith Thor, city north of Phanthor, as it has the most direct access and paths from there to the city.
Out of curiosity, I know we're not really planning on doing this because it would be phenomenally stupid. But if someone were to like try to teleport or whatever into the forest itself, would they just be like rebounded off? Out of curiosity.
I've been told you go to a random part in the forest.
Cool.
You will not go to your intended destination. From what I understand of the teleportation spell, you have to know the location, and because the location is never actually truly known, it can cause shenanigans.
I was really fully expecting you to say that we were going to hit an invisible force field and be like punted into the sky. So I'm okay with that.
Yes, I think that is. I do not think you'd be punted out, as it were. You probably be anything if disintegrated, if that was the case. But I don't think that's what happened at all.
I was okay. I was very amused just then, imagining this very proper, for some reason he sounds British in my head, guy being
Yeah.
like, you're gonna be, I don't think you'll be punted. And then you finish it with just disintegrate. And I was less amused.
Well, I mean, you disappear only to reappear, and if the reappearing process fails, you are disintegrated. That's how it works.
Fantastic.
In Star Trek?
Good thing to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get your pattern scrambled.
No.
For you Star Trek fans out there, which I know there's at least one.
All right, well, I'll figure out where they are and then we'll make preparations to leave.
Okay then, I'm gonna stay busy, please.
What did you say?
He's going to stay busy, and he just
Oh, okay.
kind of gestures please go.
Are we going to see him again before we
I mean,
depart?
Sylvia's gonna say goodbye because she's not gonna see her family again until this is over.
Well, I was going if we were just gonna peace out, I was going to be polite now. But if there's a chance we're gonna see him again later, I don't want to make it awkward.
Hard to say.
I would do your
Okay.
goodbye now.
Yeah,
Since he is
Sylvia's
here, we don't
not
have to
exactly.
leave and come back and talk to him again.
Yeah.
Great. I am going to bow and say thank you again for your hospitality. I'm sorry that this has been such a somber occasion. I wish we could have met on better terms. I'm sorry, the intrusive little voice in my head just said, when two of your family members weren't dead. But I'm not going to say that.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't.
I wish you would.
Wow.
That's like a let thing to say.
I was going to say, and Let has the understanding of about a 7-year-old in this context. So Let's going to walk up and go, I'm sorry that people in your family died. I hope that you have a good rest of your week. Thank you for the candy that you gave me. And you have a cool house. And then just
Okay, come
stand
on,
next to
let's go.
Sylvia.
And I will say, I hope if we meet again, it will be on better terms. Thank you for not barring your daughter from continuing her adventures with us. And hopefully we won't all die.
I'll speak to you again before I leave.
It's been a pleasure.
People
Better
say
than
you
what
don't
Gorfrak
say that.
said.
That's nice to hear.
And we will leave.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you
I have
know?
a question. The sphere that was rigged, does it actually function the way it's supposed to now that Zeglados has used it for his purposes, or was it just
You
always?
can try.
I'm debating if that is a stupid idea.
Push the button. Eat the fruit. Come on.
Okay,
I
you
don't
will
want
For
not
this,
be
it
giving
didn't
that
blow
kind of
up on
advice to
you,
anyone.
so
Well, that's true.
and you know it only does illusion magic.
That's true. Okay, fine. I'll press it again.
Okay. It does kind of what like it tries to cast something and then like fails in some regard. You get the impression from your identify that you did a while ago that it is having trouble. It basically is having trouble connecting to something.
Hmm.
But it could just be. It may need to do a second time or third time. It's hard to tell.
Well, I'm gonna leave it here because even if it did function the way it was supposed to, it's only gonna remind me of my mother dying. So
It sounds like it's
Fair
a
Oh
enough.
my.
with us.
Viewers, thanks for watching such a depressing set of episodes for the past few weeks.
So, do you leave the sphere here?
yes.
Okay.
I am going to kind of follow Sylvia's lead for now because I have no physical way of getting to the forest other than running. And I know of no contacts to get us through the forest. So I'm going to follow her lead.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pack some things. I'm sure there are useful items in my room that I would want.
Like clothes, yeah.
Yep. More black to wear for the rest of my life.
God.
Edgelord.
Yeah.
So
Also,
do you want?
what? Go ahead.
I was going to ask if we should try to get out of here as soon as possible. So like go pack in. What time of day is it?
It was the morning when you guys first, so it's probably going to be about around noon at this point.
Okay. Do we want to try to leave today, or do we want to get one more good night's rest and leave first thing tomorrow? Maybe take the rest of today, seeing if we can get a contact in the city or plan our route or whatever.
DM, how long
Instead
would
of
it take
just
us to go to Thor.
Several days,
Okay.
probably about a week.
Oh my god. Did the other group get there quicker because they were flying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we didn't
Okay.
technically get there. We got to the forest,
Right.
to the, east of that.
Right. Even if we went to Beggar's Hole and then went down took a boat to Belfort.
Yes. It would be. I think in terms it would be shorter. However, if you want to meet up with the group, I would take the easiest path to get there.
Which is not going through Beggar's Hole.
I have a question. If the other group gets found by a person from the city that I cannot pronounce, can they send, once they get back to the city, can they then send out the same person to come find us and lead us directly through? Like, does that make sense?
So it likely with Sylvia's status, if they make it to the city and they wanted to get to Phelan Thalor, they probably will have access.
Okay.
And I'll say this only because of her elven heritage, not because of her noble position.
Half elf.
Full blood
Yes.
elf
However,
here.
it is like a mixture of like, yeah, she's important, but she's also an elf. You definitely have that pull, but hers is a little bit more. She's more allied with them than, let's say, if she was a human nobleborn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to send a message to Gorfrak. We don't even have confirmation that they're there. Okay. I will send a message to Gorfrak and ask, are you in Phelan Thalor as my father suggested or somewhere else? Ku was useless.
Nice little jab there at the end. Before I
Sylvia is
respond to that
not
message, I need to
Sylvia's not
know.
happy. She's direct, way more direct and harsh than usual.
Before I respond, I need to know what Ku tried to convey to Gorfrak in the 15 minutes between when, when Let sent the message to Ku and when I'm talking to Sylvia right now.
Oh, this is several hours later. This
Oh,
isn't
hours
15
later?
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, like because they went to pack and everything.
Okay.
It was a very disjointed voice and head. Sylvia, location, not here. Yes, here. Don't know where we are. Just a very disjointed. You probably get the sense that Ku was asked, "Where are you?" And Ku was like, "In a forest."
It's better than. Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of as specific as we can get because we don't know where the hell we are.
Yeah. All right. So Gorfak will respond back by saying, safe from Wraiths for now. In northeastern corner of forest, waiting for your father's contacts at Phelan Thalor.
Okay.
Staying put until we can have more guidance. Come fast. Bye, girly.
Oh my god.
Okay, so they are in Phelan Thalor, so we should head there.
No, that's not what I said. So I said waiting for your father's representatives from
Yes, but
Phelan
like
Thalor.
you're trying to get to that area is the point. You're not somewhere else.
You're not in a forest that's northeast.
Right.
You're in the northeast of a forest.
I feel like I just got
So
transported back to English class for some reason.
what is the path of least resistance to get there?
Walking.
Not taking a boat?
going east and south.
So I will remind you, Beggar's Hole is your criminal town.
Okay.
So if you would like to go there, you can.
Yeah, no.
No, thanks.
Yeah, I'm good. As
And you'd
much
also
as,
have to like contract someone out to get you on a boat
yeah,
and everything
okay,
like
fair.
that.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, while they are packing, Sylvia is specifically going to go to Eric's room and possibly her mother's / parents' room to try to grab something of theirs to take with her to
Your
remember them.
sister's door is locked.
Alright.
Okay, then I'll find somebody and ask if I can access it and why it's locked.
A servant will tell you that your mother had sealed it since she returned and has not been opened since, or will be opened. You'll need to speak with your father if you want access.
Very well.
Okay. Do you go back to your father and ask?
Yes.
He will look up and then say, as you convey to him your wishes, he'll reply with, "Well, I wish to keep your mother's wishes to the best of my ability, and I do not want to break those. However, there is one last gift I have for you when you are going to depart. But I wish to give it to you only when you are ready to leave. It is something of your mother's."
Okay, I will speak with you right before I'm ready to leave.
Okay. It's still on
Okay,
you here. Like I'm not presenting anything. This is all on you guys right now.
Yeah, Piper, why are
Oh,
we
I
not
understand.
leaving? What's left to do?
I'm trying to make sure I as Sylvia grab items that I would want or need to grab. Do pictures exist in this world, like photos?
Paintings.
Okay. Would there be like a miniature painting of Sylvia's family she could take?
There would be individuals of Aerith. There's several that were put up for the funeral.
Okay, I mean, I guess I'll take one of those if there's not like a miniature of the whole family.
Definitely not a miniature. There are large, big ones, but
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
yeah, there's only large, big ones. There's no small pictures.
Okay.
I feel like that's a comment.
The
Why is that a
camera has
comment?
not been invented yet.
They're a noble family. Of course, there are giant portraits everywhere.
Okay, just remember that I had the same issue with what's his face having a giant painting of himself in his house.
Okay, fair enough. This is like, in my mind, it's different because it's like a representation of the whole family. It's not like my dad just posted a portrait of himself, like, look at me.
Yeah, you guys just have the Christmas photo.
Yeah. I guess Christmas exists in this world. Okay.
No, it's called Life
Would
Day.
there
It's called what?
It was a joke.
First
I
Star
said Life
Trek,
Day.
now Star Wars. Wow.
Oh,
um
Weird shit.
are there any spell scrolls lying around?
There is not.
Okay. Then I'm assuming I'm done packing and I'm gonna go say my goodbyes to my siblings.
Yeah. So I think there's this definite moment where, as you kind of packed up, you're heading out to leave. Each one kind of says their own goodbye. You have your youngest sister who is not really trying to. She's trying to be as distant as possible. You get the impression that this is very much a like, if she says goodbye, then you're not coming back, sort of thing. So she's trying not to make it that much of a big deal. Your brother, when he says goodbye, is very much continues to be his jubilant kind of stealth, and if anything, is more of a like wishes you well. He very like he believes in you and what you're gonna do. Like he's like, he'll be back. Not like actual like confident. Like I don't know why everyone's being so serious here. And then your father has returned somewhat to his more serious self. Whether that should be normal in the situation or not for him. He presents you with a wand and then says, "This is your mother's wand. Uh, she has used it for many years, and I think at this point it would be best if you would use it now. Uh, I can't think of anyone else to use it, and it would just likely just sit on my desk uh, with dust. Um, so here."
Thank you. I will treasure it and make good use of it.
So type your mother's name into D&D Beyond and add that to your inventory. It should
Okay.
say wand with Rob in
Um,
front of it.
I will also specifically tell Connell to keep me informed of what goes on.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
I'm
God.
serious. Keep me informed.
Yeah, what am I going to tell you? I did paperwork today. And your father looks over and says, "Yes, that will be a lot of things that are going to be happening."
Okay, more significant than that. You know what I mean.
He does a laugh and
Keep me informed is never something I've said to a sibling or a family member. Only a coworker.
Well, it's not exactly like Sylvia's gonna be like, tell him, send me a message every single day.
please call me.
Oh, Lord.
Well, is that it? Anything else?
Yes, yep, that's it. And Sylvia's gonna look down and leave and try not to cry.
And I will have been waiting outside because I wanted to witness this exactly none.
Again, hard retweet.
You say your goodbyes and you head out, and that's where we're going to take our break. So we'll be right back, everybody.
All right, viewers, we're back with part 2 of today's episode, Nonstop Madness.
All right, we're gonna continue with Group A. You guys leave. Where do you go? And we lost our leader.
Piper,
Gotta be
I'm
completely
sorry,
honest.
my cat is going insane tonight. I'm here. We are going from Wolford to Falsifair, right?
You can. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll take about 1 day to get to here. Do you rest or do anything of the like?
Yeah, we rest, I'm assuming.
Okay.
be sure, because that was a critical mistake on behalf of the other group.
Yeah, but we don't have Leinrith with us, and also if we take levels of exhaustion, that's problematic.
True.
I'm assuming, all real perception, I'm assuming we don't see any of those raids, because if we do, then we might change our mind.
You don't see any.
Okay. And I might save that for a different time.
Yeah, you certainly don't see them. You rest. Nothing bothers you. You're right here now. It's gonna be into the next day. Do you rest or do anything in that regard?
We're just gonna keep trucking.
Yeah.
Resting and,
All right.
and moving.
Yeah, you continue for, I would say, you get up, no issues. And I think right when you're about to set out, you do encounter a wraith, or what you perceive to be one. This wraith is heading from where you guys just came from.
Toward us?
Yeah, they're going down the same road.
Can
Or
we
this
tell
individual.
if it's just like coincidentally going the same direction, or if it's like following us, or
You have never encountered a wraith yet,
uh
so you don't know.
I
You
vote
just see basically just look at like a knight walking down the road.
I vote we don't acknowledge. Don't
Is it in
interact.
front of us or behind us? I'm assuming in front of us.
Behind you.
Behind us. Oh boy.
Can we take like a short break, like we're gonna casually, oh look, there's a stone in my shoe, oh I want to eat an
Yeah.
apple kind of thing, like take a step off the path and see if he passes by.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Others?
I want
I
to
think
like
that's a good
walk.
plan.
I want to walk like 30 feet away from the road, like we're
Yeah,
getting some shelter to just sit for a minute. I want some distance. I'm not.
I'm good with that.
I know they're dangerous.
Okay.
I'm mostly
Yeah.
concerned with seeing if it's following us specifically, or like if it's gonna stop when we stop.
It goes by. No issues, no problems. He keeps on walking, doesn't acknowledge you.
Okay. Then
Very
we'll keep
good.
going.
He is now past you. How long do you wait for him to go?
I
Like
think
out
we
of
should
eyesight? Still in eyesight?
Like
I think just
In-
barely in eyesight.
in eyesight, but like a distance.
Okay.
So like we could tell if he suddenly vanished, but not close enough to make out any distinguishing things.
Yeah. Okay. Things here? Okay. You follow behind him at this point. You don't encounter anything odd in its function. Eventually, you come to a crossroads.
Can we
Is
see
it
which way
south?
the wraith is?
It's also the direction
Sorry?
you're heading.
Okay.
And when you get to there, at kind of around the same time, there is a group of dwarves that are heading the direction you're going. You came from. It's going to. You guys are intersecting as you're basically passing one another here.
All right. Are
These seem
they
to be
friendly dwarves, or
like, huh?
are they friendly dwarves, or do they look like they're gonna bitch slap us if we approach?
It's less opportunity to use their dwarvish abilities.
Yeah, the dwarves. They're out to
Wait,
get all
what?
of you. So these dwarves, they. It's hard to tell if dwarves are like friendly in certain regards. Like they have a very tough exterior, and it kind of shows with them. But I mean, they don't seem hostile.
Okay, I
They
was.
pass by the wraith, for example, and they give that like a weird glance, and they just pass each other, no
Understandable.
issues. Um, and they're a mixture of people in high end clothes, low end clothes, mixture of weapons. They don't seem to be anything in particular. They are a weird gathering of them, I would say.
Okay, since you basically said they were not homicidal looking, would it be a terrible idea to ask them? So they're coming towards us, like,
Yeah.
so hold on. Is it like they came from a city coming towards us, or
So I don't think you can see the map, but there is a lot of different directions you could kind of go at this crossroads area. Um, they could have gone north, which leads to uh, Dur Maldur, which is a dwarf city, citadel in the mountains. There is a beaten off trail that kind of goes through the mountains that is relatively not maintained. There's this the route that you want to go down, which follows along the coast. Uh, if that answers your question.
it does? I'm finding part of my brain wants to let them by without interaction. The other part is like, maybe we should ask them where they came from and if they've had any, and like, seems like the rest of the world's falling to shit is where they just came from falling to shit too.
Or if they've
Yeah, yeah.
seen any more of the knights.
See,
Does
I'm
anybody
desperately
speak
hoping.
Dwarvish except Let?
Sylvia does.
Let's just gonna walk up to him like he doesn't, or like they don't know a stranger, and go, because they don't, and say, are the rates ginormous,
No, they're like a normal person size.
like a normal person size? Let's just gonna point in the direction the rates went and say, did you guys see that thing? What is that
In-
thing?
Ah,
In dwarvish or
that was
common?
really weird looking.
Obviously in Dwarvish, Piper. Why would Let just walk up to somebody and not absolutely profile them as speaking a language they speak because they don't know any better?
I don't know. They're kind of dumb. Who knows?
I should
Anyways,
note I don't speak Dwarvish, so I'm just
I
standing
am-
there watching this go down.
I am shocked that Let can speak dwarvish, but I understand what you're saying.
truthfully, when I picked it, it's because it seemed barbaric and Let seemed like a person that would only understand
Mountains.
barbaric things. Yeah, mountains.
Mountains.
Anyways, what is that thing? Have you guys ever seen one of those before? I've never seen that thing before.
I just look like a creepy weird guy.
Just a creepy, weird guy.
Yeah, I mean he looks like a guy in some armor.
I
He doesn't
would
say anything, he just walks.
do not engage with them if you can. Those are raids. They are very dangerous.
Okay, thanks, miss.
Hey, what's your
Well,
name?
you want to live, don't engage.
I'm sorry, what?
What's your name?
Nerathor.
Let's gonna put their hand out to shake Nerathor's hand and say, I'm Let.
He gives you a like very strong, firm handshake and goes, "It's nice to meet you."
Is it
Nice to meet you too.
handshake?
Let's gonna like pull their hand back, and as they pull their hand back, they've left bird bones in Norathor's hand.
Oh God.
And
He's
say,
like,
anyways, there's a little bit to help you get by. Thanks for your help. You have a good day, buddy. And let's just gonna walk off.
Even though Kaya has no understanding of what's going on, like I physically cannot understand the language, I see this happen and I immediately go, and then just let it happen.
yeah.
I will.
As you depart, he gets kind of confused about that, then kind of like waves goodbye, and he goes, praise the inheritor, and then he kind of like goes off.
The hell? The what?
He said, praise the inheritor.
Oh.
Ooh, which is
I don't know. Do you want to roll?
I don't know. I just wrote this world.
I don't speak Dwarvish, so
What do I need to roll?
can't.
Religion?
You roll what you want to roll. Could be a historical, could be religious, could be a natural thing, natural.
Yeah.
Could be some magic related. Who knows? Just you could roll a knowledge related check and.
Okay. I'll roll. History. Hey.
You have no idea what this guy's talking about.
What?
Amazing.
I got 22.
Yeah, that means it's not in history.
Okay.
Not historical.
Religion.
Fine.
I'm rolling.
Okay.
Wow.
Neither one of you are familiar with whoever this guy is speaking about.
Okay, well, I haven't done div rolls yet for today.
Why don't you just ask him who it is?
Look, they're gone. They're walking down the road. You got your
Well,
chance.
Yeah.
trace them down.
Got that 20. Okay. What's your other div roll? 10. What would you like to use, if any?
The 20.
Okay, so you're going to replace it. It'll be a 24 in total. You have no idea what this guy's talking about. This guy's crazy.
Okay, whatever.
And on that note, I suppose we need to choose a path.
We're going south towards Ulcifer.
We
The
the
way we go, I
red?
guess.
Are we the red
You're the
dot?
blue.
No, blue.
Okay, yeah.
You head along the path to Falsifair. When you arrive in this, I would say, town more than a city, it is relatively small compared to where you've been. I would say, for comparison of other places you've been in this act, Maple Grove would be a similar size.
Before or after it was decimated?
Before. I would be concerned after. But when you arrive, it is mostly wooden structures. You get a idea that this is a mixture of a lot of different cultures. There's some Dwarvish, there's some Elvish architecture, the normal fancy human architecture that you've been seeing in the north. Seems a large blend, but otherwise, it is a pretty normal town.
Okay.
And it's nighttime, or?
This has been a few days at this point. I kind of
No, I mean like when
moved
we
through a little.
arrive in town.
Yeah, night.
Okay. And we're
We
probably
want to camp in the woods or find a place to stay?
find a place to stay, obviously.
Snob.
Guess what?
Sleeping on the ground is too good for you.
You can rest for a total of a gold.
For
That's
all of
kinda
us put together?
stingy.
Yeah.
I think Sylvia should pay.
I agree.
That's fine.
That's what she should have asked for from her dad, was like coffers and coffers of platinum pieces.
Yeah, I don't know why I went for candy. I really should have gone for bird bones.
I feel like we would have been looked on less than warmly if we went from stealing candy to stealing money.
Sylvia would not have allowed that.
Yeah.
Just ask for it.
Do you really want to? Do you really want her to be that person that's like, "Hey, Dad, I know that I chose you to live instead of Mom, but can you give me some money?"
No, I just wanted to say, hey, Dad, we're exorbitantly rich. Can I have a little bit?
I mean, I already have 6,000 gold, so
You really shouldn't give me that information. I am not a responsible person.
not like Sylvia's gonna pay for something just because you decided to spend it.
It's a good point.
That's a good point. Anyway, so should we rest?
Okay.
You rest. No issues. Do you want to continue on your way?
Yep.
I guess so.
Is there anything we need to restock on before we leave this town?
Oh, I should have
Hold on.
added because does food keep in the bag of holding?
So for this act, we're not concerned with food and things like that.
Okay. Okay. Never
You
mind.
guys are at I would say, a point in your adventures that me asking did you guys buy rations every time you go to a town is not that big a deal.
Redundant. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Fair enough.
Normally you would have Gorfrak with you, and as you could use good berry and things like that to negate such a thing. It's not
Good
that.
berry?
It's
Yeah,
a
good
spell.
berry. If you eat it, you basically get your nutrition for the day
That's gorgeous.
and 1 hit point.
I
And
love that.
overwhelming. Who wants to eat a berry when you could eat so many better things?
Like fairy food.
Actually, good berry is extremely powerful spell, so
I was gonna say maybe we should make that a rule when Fern gets unfrozen, if Fern gets unfrozen, that every time we go to a new place, we have to cast Goodberry on her or whatever it is, however it works, so that she's full and doesn't eat things.
Both of you too soon, that would stop me from tasting things.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was gonna
you're
say,
hopeless.
She was born on the street. She's gonna keep eating if there's food available. You know it.
Let's stay on track here. I'm Koo.
you continue on, right? You'll make it partway through the trip to the city. Do you rest?
At what point do we
Yeah.
need to start thinking about looking for someone who can take us to this mystical city in the forest?
Not until we get to the first city.
Yeah, the
That's
first
the
city is
start.
kind of like right on the border of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you basically have, like, if you want to get to there, you have to go get a guide there. But
Gotcha.
you have
Gotcha.
connections, so you don't really have that much of an issue.
Okay.
Okay.
We go.
Yeah, man.
I'll move you forward then in time. You rest again. You're getting close.
Yep.
Okay. You make it to the city. This city is fully elven in architecture, design, the like. It is half within the forest itself. The other half is not. It has long sweeping arches, all wood. Most there is like stone pathing and like stone bases to structures, but other than that, it is elegantly carved wood and buildings and the like.
Please tell me that there are spells for fire repellent stuff in this, because otherwise this is a disaster waiting to happen. One lightning strike and it's done.
You would hope, but you wouldn't know unless you cast spells to figure out if they have that sort of thing here.
Very good.
Shocker.
I would like to not be in the city if there's ever a storm. Continue.
Yeah. As you head up to the gate to the city, there are 2 elven archers, it would appear. They just welcome, and then they just open the doors and they let you in.
Okay.
Nice
Yeah.
to have friends in power.
Yeah. As you enter in, there is like a little bit more than a squad of elven soldiers,
Oh, done.
fully decked out in gear, and things,
Okay.
and the leader approaches you, or at least we would hope it's the leader. Otherwise, this one guy like stepped way out of line. And he goes, "Are you Sylvia Amir?"
That is correct. In the
And
flesh.
companion.
We spotted you approaching, and we had thought you'd be arriving sometime within the next few days. Would you care for a guide to Finland Thalor, as we were requested to wait for you to do so?
Yes, that is why we are here.
Excellent. We will depart immediately, if you don't mind.
That's fine with us.
Do
Wonderful.
you know if our friends have been found and taken to the city?
Yes, they have. But they have been detained.
Why have they been
Oh,
detained?
great.
What did Ku do?
It is a safety precaution,
Okay,
as
so it's
they
not like they.
were, from what we understand, hunted by undead creatures, and we do not know if
the
their
raids.
involvement. And since they are associated with you, that we would hope that you would be able to reveal some of this information about them,
Okay, good. I thought you were going
as
to
well
say
as their
something
wanted
like they
criminals.
accidentally
Involving what?
that.
Like their involvement of what's going on with the undead race, and that they are also wanted criminals.
We can't catch
They
a
should
freaking break
no
anywhere.
longer be wanted criminals that I'm aware of. Are there still wanted signs everywhere even after we told the church?
Yes.
Church
Yes,
needs to take a chill pill.
I will be happy to clarify anything that you need me to.
I mean, they pay for that advertisement. They're going to keep it up for a little while.
Oh, God.
They didn't just leverage their position to.
Yeah,
do
they're
the
going to spend
posting?
like millions of gold to get this huge propaganda campaign to find these people, and then just be like, next day, it's canceled, everybody. It was only around for one day.
Oh my gosh. Then
Somebody
I
would be getting
imagine,
fired.
in my mind, if we saw the wanted posters leaving the city, that I grabbed them to like show them later. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't know.
Like every town
should-
you've gone to, it's like right next to the inn, there's this like job posting board, and you see their faces every single time.
They just can't
Can
get
we-
their nose right.
Can I
But here's the thing: Ku isn't
Not
on there. It's
angle
only
reference.
Gorfrak and Lionrith.
Can I wait. 2 questions. First of all, are they all exactly the same, or are they like entangled where they're all slightly different?
Yeah.
It is a slightly different, because it would appear most likely someone was drawing, like they had like their iteration of it, so it's like slightly different for each
So
one.
in one, Gorfrak truly is a hot MILF, and in the next one, she's just a sad, wrinkly old lady.
Oh yes, very
Okay,
much. so.
I would like
There's
to
fan
suggest that
art, and there's also like hate mail, basically.
Did we
retroactively,
have
I
one
would
of
like to
these
say
with
we
us?
take all of these.
Yeah.
wanna take them
Did
with
we
you?
take all these with us?
Yes,
You guys
I don't
can,
know.
yeah.
And while
Because
we
it's
were
either gonna-
walking, Let was drawing mustaches and beards on Gorfrak and going, I think she'd be pretty if she grew one the whole walk.
this is either
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
make a really fantastic scrapbook or lots of blackmail. It's either way.
So you are gathered at the edge of the forest, and the captain of this group looks at you guys and says, "You are to stay with us at all times. Do not leave our sight at any time. Stay upon the road. If you leave the road, I cannot guarantee your safety. Does that make it clear?"
It's clear to me. They're the
can
one to
we-
watch, pointing at Let.
I say, can we tie Let to one of us or one of the soldiers so
Already done.
there's no chance of wandering off? Okay, good.
And that's
Okay.
not the one that ate the fruit.
Yes, but you share one brain cell, even though she's frozen.
Yeah, half of it got frozen when we froze Fern, and I don't really know how to heat it back up.
Okay. And I know that you were not that we weren't in this group, but be honest, if you as Let saw a raccoon running through the forest with a pile of gold, you would
Okay, yeah,
follow it.
I can't say Let would exactly make a smart choice.
I'm glad that we know ourselves in the chat tonight.
Okay, so you go along, and it is surprisingly a short trip. Maybe an hour or two at most. You pass by the lake that is on the map, and it is quite large. And that's honestly for a majority of it. That's kind of something you see. And then when you go through it, it's maybe 20 minutes, and then you reach this old elven capital from a time long past. Now just in kind of an ancient relic of a old period. It is quite magnificent. You probably it's something in the size of like Titania, but nothing as grandiose as Lux when it was in its prime. It is elegant and quite peaceful and calming. It's right alongside the lake, and you can see like ships that go in and out that are you would assume is maybe some sort of fishing. Maybe it's hard to tell what they're doing out there, but they have boats and things. Um, when you enter in, it is instead of the wooden walls, they have stone walls. They look centuries old. Um, very old structures. Uh, when you are brought in, he says, "Well, it looks like none of you proceeded to run off. That's good. Uh, as you can see, we've arrived here quite quickly. The forest is weird in mysterious ways. Thank you for your time. You are free to wander the city."
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
not getting us
escorting us.
lost in this forest.
Of course. I will also say that there is a ruling council that is here, which would like to speak with you when you have time.
Can
Is
you?
this regarding our friends?
I don't know. My sole duty was to wait for you within the city until you arrived. When you arrive, take you here and let you know to go speak with them. Then I will continue my duties.
All right. Well, thank
Before
you.
you peace out, we will go see the council, but can you tell us where our friends are?
Yes, they are, and we'll switch to Group B. All right, Group B. You're in a forest, and you just you're resting at the moment. You got that call. The call ended. What do you want to do?
Is there a way for us to make camp, but like up in a tree, so we're not on the ground level?
Yeah, I would say you just need to roll a survival check.
Tree camp, tree camp.
Wow.
What'd you roll?
The dice box was a 17 and then it hit the wall and it flipped it back over to a 3 and I don't like that.
I hate that.
Did
I don't
not
want to
go
work in this
through
van
to
anymore.
Foundry, but I can see your 8 that you got. So you haven't done this before, at least with a group that involves a dragon and a Varias. So it doesn't work very well, if at all.
Woo!
I don't think Koo might be able to help and be useful, but Koo's just like picking stuff up and throwing it in a portal to like the rocket dimension.
Can Lionrith help?
If
Is
you'd
the portal
like,
working?
you could roll a survival check to see if you could get an advantage.
Me.
Yes.
Okay, sure, why not? Why not? I'm just bopping around the tree, enjoying myself. Oh, a natural 20.
Yeah, so could you not understand how to stay away from things and to remain undetected, especially if you're trying to survive somewhere? Gorfrak, you get advantage.
Oh, come on, I can't succeed just because it was a natural 20.
No.
No.
I already stipulated what the answer was.
How?
You rolled the same
What?
thing!
How?
So you quickly realize Ku's knowledge on how to do that is very different when you don't have a pocket dimension yourself. So the two systems don't work together.
Stupid.
Oh,
Do not understand. Too dumb. Moss.
I guess we just try to rest and like I guess what's like as we're just sitting and waiting, is it calm? Are we hearing a lot of noise? Are we hearing a lot of rustling around us? Like what's the vibe?
It changes about every 15 minutes. The vibe changes really quickly.
Okay. And are we seeing any beasts or anything?
No.
Okay.
Other than like I would say like squirrels, things like that. General wildlife.
I contemplate trying to chase one down and put it in the portal. Not worth it. I will kind of
As Gorfrak sees Ku looking away, I'm like, we need to stay together. I mean, just this forest and all that we've been through. We need to stay together.
Lionrith?
Yeah.
Okay. Stronger power?
Well, we haven't like rested a little bit, so I would like to rest.
Do that.
Let's rest.
Okay.
Poor little guy.
I'll need,
Oh, man.
funny enough, a survival check here.
Oh my gosh. All right. Can you do
Just
it?
from or just from one
There we
person.
go. There we go.
Okay.
'Cause I roll higher than you with a +0.
With that survival, no issues at all.
Okay.
So you set yourself up on the ground, and you camp out. You rest up, gain a long rest, if you haven't at this point already. And I think even with that, I'll let that bleed over for a few extra days. So, what would you like to do, at least with this campsite?
I
I
figure out what Lionrith can do now. Ku is deep into new
Yeah.
divine, new divine, new divine. What?
How about we like focus on the group getting back together?
You said not to wander away.
Yeah, you can do that in many different ways. I'm just advocating to get the groups together. Then you can ask all these questions together.
would like to read my book, but I also don't want to slow us down anymore. So we'll just rest.
I don't know what we can like. He's saying we should get back. I don't know what we're supposed to do if we're just gonna get lost in this forest. Like we can try to wander south. We might
I
end
think-
up wandering north.
I think we just wait till we're found. Because they're what? They were 4 days ahead of us. 5. So
Yeah.
we'll be found here in a day or two, I'm thinking.
Oh, that's what he meant. Just don't ask yet. I'm with you.
Yeah. Let's rest again. Let's just
We're vibing.
yeah,
We're
we're
staying
vibing.
close.
We're talking to Lionrith, like building relationships. I'm finding out more about Ku, all this fun stuff.
Yeah,
We're
you
making
gain relationship points.
bracelets. Friendship bracelets.
As you get up to next heart tier, we will. How many days would you like to wait? At least until if anything happens. That's what I want to check.
Let's is the vibe changing good or bad as we're just in the forest? Or is it still really
It's hard to detect.
Okay.
If you would like, I could just do a day at a time and tell you until something happens.
Okay.
That good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. 1 day passes. It's hard to tell when a day has passed or not. Nothing eventful happens. Day 2. Nothing eventful happens.
The boredom creeps in.
Day 3. Nothing eventful happens.
I have named the volleyball Wilson.
Partway through day 4, something happens.
Okay.
As you are resting and just hanging out, really, several elves just burst out of the bushes. You guys were not ready for this. pointing their weapons and things at you, and immediately ask, "Who are you?"
Gorfrak jumps. I'm guessing we're surrounded.
Oh yeah,
I
outnumbered,
jump
outgunned.
as much in front of Lionrith as I can.
I'll take his.
My
other
brain just burst into Hamilton. Thank you for that.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just do a general druidic greeting to see if any of them were druids, maybe.
Okay. You do that, and they look at each other kind of weirdly. Then they say, "We're not druids. Just you
Okay.
say you're Gorfrak. Can you give us proof?"
Cool.
We don't care who you are.
What kind of proof are you looking for?
Of identity.
I've bust.
I
This
I
is where she
use
gets
I use
arrested.
druidcraft to, like, I pick
Any
up.
druid can do that. I need to know you specifically who you are.
Book.
No, first thing I want to do, because I'm annoyed by this question, I want to use create water, and I create 10 gallons of water above his head and just drop it down on him.
Oh, ever diplomatic.
They look
is that?
ticked, then they go, "Arrest them."
Not me.
Would you like to resist?
Not physically, just verbally.
Okay.
With things I
Uh,
can't say on stream.
Yeah,
me.
they imprison you, blindfold you. Some magic cuffs are put on Ku that prevent you from going anywhere.
Figured.
Yeah, you know that routine where I know you're D&D players and I can't let you go anywhere specific, so you're imprisoned in that regard.
Had to say it, Gorfrak. Water. Give book. Give secret. Don't care.
No!
And at that point, you're both your mouths are both gagged in some regard, either tied or
I know.
whatnot. And we kind
As
of
they're
cut.
tying it, I say, at least take me to dinner first.
Yeah, and we're gonna fade to you guys in a nice little prison. It is a just like it's made of
Who's
wood.
the prison group now?
We've come full
That's
circle.
Take
exactly
that.
what I was
The
thinking.
circle of stupidity is complete.
How the turntables turn.
How the turntables.
It's only you two, and it is
Not Lionrith?
no, Lanrith is not present.
I'm now out of sassy mode. Can I talk to somebody important, please?
There's no one there.
Gorfrak is never out of sassy mode.
This is a magic cell, right? We've meted this so Ku can't get out.
Yeah.
I think that Ku is deeply distressed, to be transparent.
I can't call out to somebody.
You can, no one responds.
Same cell or different cells?
Adjacent.
Adjacent.
They're next to each other.
Wait, did you say this is or is not a magic cell?
This is a magic cell.
So I can't send animals out of it to go find someone?
For the sake of it, you can.
I just can't.
And when you do, you hear a conversation that eventually happens. Someone in the distance proceeds to talk to whoever they end up spotting, your little animal friend. And then there's an interrogation begins. And eventually you do actually get someone as they come back and they're in this guard uniform and they look at you, Gorfrak, and they say, we understand the art of Gaia's magic and what she can perform, right?
I do. I'm just trying to talk to you people.
Well, we are currently not allowed to speak with you at the moment.
Well, bring me someone who can.
I can't.
Why?
Why not? You wanted us to prove who we are. I'm trying to.
You'll have to wait until your friends eventually arrive.
Where's
When they
where's
arrive, they can
Lionred?
verify your identities.
I create water again above his head and I drop it on him.
Yeah, this is just some other random person, and they look ticked. They walk away, and then you can kind of hear a distant whisper, and says, "If any more animals come out of there, just kill them. They're not real."
Oh, Lord.
So
Uh,
Gorfrek is mad and Koo's anxious.
so, would you like to wait for anything to occur, or do you want to attempt a prison break?
I kind of want to be devious with more spells, but I don't want to slow us down anymore.
Okay. A day passes. Nothing happens. 2 days pass. Nothing happens. Partway through day 3, that guard comes back and says, "All right, you are to come with us. Your friends will be arriving, and they will verify your identity if you are who you say you are. If you are not, we'll take you down where you stand." Is that understandable?
Can I
Why
talk
do
to
they
the
trust
manager
us?
about our accommodations?
Why do they trust that we are who we say we are, though?
Because they met you on your way here.
Oh,
They got
fair enough.
confirmation. They take you out up to the basically the entrance to the city, and there are guards there basically keeping an eye on you as the groups kind of reunite at this point. The only difference is Lionrith is not present. And you guys are now officially back together.
Ha!
Are we
And
handcuffed?
Only took
Or
12 years.
Yes, you are handcuffed.
okay, Gorfrak does this weird because I think she's shorter than Sylvia too. Like I throw my handcuffed hands over Sylvia's head and try to hug her.
I say in a very untraditional fashion, Sylvia runs up to Gorfrak. I run up and give you a hug and say, "Thank goodness you guys are safe." And then I realize
Aww.
Lionrith is missing. Goes, "Where's Lionrith?"
Don't
Um,
know. Out.
They brought him.
Out
They
now.
brought him to the city with us.
I'm gonna interrogate the guards. Where's Lionrith?
Up until
They
this now, I've
ask,
been.
to answer your question, they ask a question. Is this Gorfrak?
Yes.
No, this is Patrick.
Why wouldn't it be Gorfrak?
There have been rumors of people who can hide their identities, and we are making sure that Gorfrak is
Gorfrak,
who.
when did we meet?
I saved you on the beach in on the coast of Sunstone.
That's correct.
I'd
Okay.
like to tell them that I am
So maybe
silently
released.
laughing in the background because I'm like, ha, now we're all jailbirds.
Out.
Like, honey.
Did nothing. No
There's just a-
identity problem.
There's just a harmonica in Koo's hands now.
Well,
Just gonna lift my hands out.
you're released, and the group is together again. What would you like to do?
I
tell
think
them,
we
Where
all
is
turn on
Lionrith?
our heels and go, "Where the hell is Lionrith?"
Yeah,
it was a lot.
I'm only in charge of the people who are in the prison, and
So
they just walk away.
Where?
in the prison.
Who? Can
Fine,
you
then
point
who
me to
do-
someone who knows where Lionrith is?
Maybe we should go to the council.
That's a good point.
Fair enough.
Also,
Okay.
I'm gonna teleport onto Let's Head and Shoulders because I haven't teleported in like far too many days. And just sit there.
Also, again, it should be noted, Sylvia is grumpier than usual. If you guys pay attention, you can see I am depressed.
Yeah,
I was
nothing's
gonna say,
depression like
let
self-declaration.
right. I was gonna say, Let gets so excited that Koo has jumped on their shoulders that they are now just standing there going, "Oh my goodness!" very quietly to themselves.
You guys are weird.
They didn't let
What?
me.
To the
I'm
council.
What
surprised
is?
you survived prison.
What is
Yep,
a
let's go to the
council,
council.
and where do you find one?
Just follow us.
I
Okay,
tap
but
head.
like,
Mush.
is it? Where
Dog
are they,
sledding
like
in this universe.
puppies, or are they like? What I
They're
really want to
old
know is
people.
like, can I catch them and keep them in my pocket?
No, they're old people like me, except probably grumpier.
Well,
That's not
No.
do you remember when we went to, or when we went to Titania and we talked to Lisa and Harold? They're like two members of a council.
Harold was cranky. Is this council going to be cranky too?
There's a decent
Signs
chance.
point to probably.
Okay.
For some reason, all people of authority tend to get a little cranky around our group. Not quite sure what that's about.
Tap tap.
Let's gonna lean to
Gee, I
Kaya and
haven't
go.
the
I think
slightest
it's Sylvia's
idea.
fault.
Yes, yes.
I'm the reason things aren't often worse.
You
Except for pissing off the church.
keep telling yourself that.
Anyways,
We
let's
go to the
go.
council.
Well, we are at our end
But
time.
I have to find Lyra!
So I'll leave it up to you if you wish to end right now, talk some more, whatever you'd like to do.
Well,
I have a
theoretically,
sick riff, but I also want to get off.
Lionrith should still be alive come next week. Nathaniel.
You'll have to find out.
What the heck did that mean?
He's not
That
gonna
was
reveal
like threatening
anything.
from Faith.
He never revealed.
We could know that Linworth was safe if somebody hadn't gotten us arrested.
I don't know what you're talking about.
God
Okay, I think
bless
the consensus
America.
is we'll pause there for the week, boss.
Okay. Well, that's where we're going to end for today.
Okay, well, what an episode. Well, thanks for watching, viewers. As always, we appreciate the few of you that watch us every week. Thanks for being patient with us since we had a late start this week. I decided all of my computer devices should take a bath before we started playing. As always, our music is by Alex Frazier. He's linked in our bio. Please go check him out on YouTube. He's fantastic. And all of our artwork is done by Madison Nobriga, who on y'all's screens is below me. Have a good rest of your week, folks, and we'll see you next time we play.